Welcome to the Heartpath. My name is Andrea Graham, and today's pick-a-card reading is about what you are currently manifesting in your life. This timeless reading is about your current energy. The group you picked today may be a bit different if you revisit the reading down the road. You may find that your energy is shifted, and a different group of cards will reveal what you're manifesting at that time. Right now, center yourself, take a few deep breaths, and tune into the energies of the piles here. Pile 1 is marked with Carnelian. Pile 2, Ametrine. Pile 3, Hematoid Quartz. And Pile 4, Rose Quartz. Go ahead and pause the video should you need a bit more time to choose. Locate your pile's timestamp in the description box below, and I'll see you in your video. Hi, Group 1. If you chose the Carnelian, this is your reading. Let's take a look at your cards. Your first card is the Page of Pentacles. Clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. Followed by the Two of Wands. Page of Swords. Get this guy right in the middle. The King of Swords. And then we have the Four of Wands. All right, so we have every sign in the zodiac except for any of the water signs. So we're dealing with Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo with our pentacles. Aries, Leo, and Sag with our wands, and Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius with our sword energy. And so the first thing I'm noticing here, and I really feel like this reading has a lot to do with manifesting balance and growth to achieve some kind of outcome that you're looking for. And the first thing I'm noticing is we're starting here with our page. And so the Page of Pentacles is someone who is starting to flex their manifesting mojo. They're open and they're willing to learn and are oriented toward earth signs. So again, this is where the Capricorn, the Virgo, and the Taurus come in. And they're very earthy and tangible things. We can see him holding that there. So this would be things like money, family, career, stability. And I'm really being drawn again to the idea of duality. So things that we can manifest or create with our own two hands. We have here also, notice this, two hands. We're oriented in the direction here from left to right, the way we would read. He's looking toward the future. And we've got two wands. We've got two antlers on the head of the king here. And down here with our rabbits, they're two adult rabbits as well, and two doubled is going to get us four. So there's a strong sense of duality, balance, partnership with this particular reading. To me, again, this is the idea that you're manifesting something you can create with your own two hands. And especially with this fiery energy, I'm thinking creativity, a hobby possibly. This is something right now that is just a seed of an idea. It's in your heart, it's in your mind, and will, with proper tending and reflection and thoughtful action, will bear fruit. It will get you to the proper outcome that you are desiring. So let's explore that a little further. What can this look like? So this may be something, again, in the very early stages, because we have this youthful energy of the Pentacles here, the Page of Pentacles. This could be, again, a hobby. It could be a business idea, long-range planning towards financial goals, perhaps building a home, thinking about your retirement, expanding family, having an incredibly fun celebration, a wedding, a party, a family reunion, some kind of big get-together. It could look like a lot of things that you're trying to manifest right now. And I'm sure there's plenty of things that I have not talked about yet. This may take a bit of time right now because we are starting with earth energy over here. And even though the Knight of Pentacles is a knight and they're traditionally going to be faster moving, they're on a horse, still the slowest knight out of all of our suits. But you're being told right now that this is okay. So your advice from your guides and the collective is just that right now it's an okay time to be planning and daydreaming. The Page of Swords that I'm getting here, I almost see this as we're kind of collecting ideas that we like. We're culling things out, what to keep and what to get rid of right now. And one thing you can do to get you closer to manifesting what you're looking for is to really lean into the feeling of your desired outcome. So what do you see around you when this is happening? What are you doing in this particular vision? Who else is there with you? And again, here's the 2 rabbits. So I'm getting that strong sense of a partnership. Even if there's nobody on the horizon right now, if this is something that's very big, it will come. And things will unfold the way that they're meant to. People will show up in their path the way that they are intended to. Make your decisions here by working backwards. So what step came right before this end goal? So lean into that happy feeling. What are you seeing around you? What's going on? And then what happened right before that to get you there? So if you're planning a party, what were the last minute decisions that were made? Did you have other people stepping in? Was there a caterer? Was there a band? And what did you have to do right before that? Keep going backwards step by step. Break it down into little bite-sized pieces, little things that you can manage. I'm actually being shown an image of a spider's web. So to me, a spider is a symbol of planning. They're always weaving their webs. They're anticipant of their next goal, which is a meal. They're dream weavers. And your guides want you to work with that same energy while you're planning out your venture. So be in that happy anticipatory energy. The spider is expecting their meal and they don't care. Is it going to be a fly? Is it going to be a gnat? They're not worried about that. Are things going to work out the right way? Does my web look good enough? They don't care. It's coming to them. They're expecting it. You are meant to be the weaver of your own dreams. Something else that you could do besides breaking things down backwards, sitting in this feeling of happiness and working that way, something that can help guide you and kind of keep you in this particular creative energy is to do something like Pinterest for a kind of digital altar vision board. And then also you could just do a physical copy of that. I've seen that work really well with people. I know someone who uses a piece of plywood and they cover the front of it, collage it with what they're working toward, and on the back they've listed, this is my goal, this is the day that I've created this, and I'm setting my seed of intention right now. And then as they reach that goal, they will list the date of completion and they can scrape it all off and then they start over again. And what's really neat about that is it's something physical and tangible for people that are a little more creative, a little more hands-on. You can keep it in your planning space, in your office, in an area that is just reminding you, this is how I stay on track. This is where I want to be. You can look at it every day and you get that little pick-me-up. You get that little hit, that little bit of energy. And you can always flip the board over and look and see, this is what I've done already. And you'll maybe get like a little dopamine hit with that. That's just going to keep you in that flow and momentum of where you want to be. Now, as you're doing this, you are going to be called to make some decisions along the way. And if they're big, big ideas that you're manifesting, something really, really that might make you feel a little uncomfortable, perhaps, it is okay to ask for help. So again, I'm really drawn to this idea of duality, a partnership. Perhaps you're manifesting a business partner in a new business, or someone who can assist you with whatever this goal is. Maybe someone who's helping with the financial aspect of it, the legal aspect, so a financial planner, a lawyer, accountant, a mentor, a teacher, even a loved one. Lean into those you trust. Be decisive about who you are allowing to see your vision here. Notice, I mean, we don't even see his eyes there. You're wearing the crown. You have sovereignty. You can armor up as much as you need to. If you feel like you're going to get flack from some people who don't resonate with that vision, it's totally up to you whether you decide to share that with them or not. You know, maybe they're not invited to the planning party, but maybe they're invited to the after party. I am seeing you start to create this web or roadmap, group one. Your process is going to begin to pick up speed as you do things. So we're moving from here to here, and then we again have more of that like fiery and air kind of frenetic energy. So things are going to pick up even if they start out slowly. You have to make that first step though. This is a beautiful energy of camaraderie with a very, very happy outcome. I am very excited for you. So keep spinning away, Dreamweavers. Pile one, I am really, really excited to hear about what you're manifesting, what your plans and goals are. So if you're comfortable, please share in the comment box below. And if this reading resonated with you, please like and subscribe to my channel for future pick a card readings. I'm looking forward to working with you again soon. Bye, Pile one. Hi, Pile two. If you picked the Ametrine, then this is your reading. Let's take a look at your cards. First, we have the Queen of Swords, clarified by the Five of Wands. And we have the Ace of Swords. Interesting. Clarified by the Eight of Wands. Sensing a theme here. Let's move this guy in the middle. Okay, and finally, we have the Page of Wands, clarified by the Four of Swords. Okay. All right, pile two. So this is already very, very different than group one. Group one, we had more tangible things we were talking about manifesting. This is more cerebral. This is about manifesting an outcome. It's about thoughts and clarity and action. We have fire signs and air signs represented here. Our fire signs are going to be your wands. So that's the Five of Wands, Eight of Wands, Page of Wands that we have here. That's Aquarius, Gemini, Aries, Leo, and Sag. And then our Queen of Swords, our Ace of Swords, and the Four of Swords are going to be the air signs. That's Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. So what I'm seeing here is I'm reading this from left to right a little bit. There's going to be some things that are different here, but I see this as our starting position, and we're kind of looking this way, and then we have somebody kind of looking back at us over here. This is where we want to draw most of our focus. This is the Queen of Swords, and I see this as you. The Queen of Swords is balanced energy. She is somebody who is fair, judicious, in a position of authority. And again, it doesn't have to be feminine. Just representing that higher echelon of a court card for the air. And when I see the butterfly crown right here, I'm just thinking about that airy, transformative kind of action that can happen through clarity. Yeah, this is about clarity of mind. And the other thing I'm noticing here is we have a cherub's face underneath here. That seems to be popping out to me. So for some of you, this might be about children, since we're looking at a face that looks youthful, grandchildren, youth, teaching, but it could also represent just people literally underneath you. So people at work, a hierarchy, you being the person that's making the decisions, and then other people underneath you. So it could be a club or organization as well. Something or someplace or somewhere where you're making the decisions, and then there are others that are underneath you. that deal with the repercussions of those choices and actions that you make. What I'm sensing, though, is disharmony here with our Five of Wands. So this could be from the charges I just talked about. I almost see this as that right there. Look at how the blue sky matches, the setting matches here. She's looking at everybody. If you're a teacher, this could literally be an unruly classroom of students. This could also be colleagues, again, family members. Again, we talked about a group, club, organization, things just maybe being in a bit of disarray. Some group that you're a part of, things aren't quite working. It also could mean, we could take a different route. It could also mean that perhaps there is a goal that you're trying to reach of some kind, and things just aren't panning out how you planned. You had one idea about something, you were this divine vessel that was getting the information, you were doing the work, and things are not happening the way you expected, and it's a little bit jarring or upsetting. I think you see things, you're somebody who sees things with razor sharp clarity. You are very, very familiar with what you see unfolding in front of you. Again, that blue sky, we've got the same setting happening here. You are in the thick of this, and you have documentation to prove it. You've done the research, you've got the brain power, the know-how. I get the feeling that you've spent some time invested in this particular situation, and you want to move from this energy of conflict or things not completing or coming to fruition as you desired. You need to find a way through. You're trying to find that way through. And so this is the energy that you're probably currently sitting in if you picked this pile and you were drawn to it. So if this doesn't feel like it's you, you're going to want to check out a different pile. So what you're manifesting is an outcome or a resolution to this particular situation. I'm getting the feeling that you may have tried to appeal to others in authority. And again, that authority, who they are, depends on your situation. But you may have been met with further roadblocks when you appealed for help. And these roadblocks may have been due to outside circumstances or these experts or the bosses. Maybe it's even legalities. Other clan members, other leaders, other group members, they were not able or willing to help as you wished or deserved, or the outcome deserves. I get the feeling of some infighting here. This almost looks like we've got some infrastructure issues, organizational problems, or just the feeling of helplessness in general. I mean, they don't all look like they're totally angry. Some of them actually look a little like lost. How do I make my way through this? So this situation is something that's totally out of your control, and you wish you could control it through actions that you've already taken, and it's just not, things are not panning out the way that you were expecting them to. So again, the Queen here, they're facing future solutions. And to kind of cut through things, you might have to take some action that's a little bit new, a little bit different, and very cutting. Our Ace of Swords here, this is going to be the purest form of this sword energy. So she's channeling this and just making that strike. This is an alternative route to the solution of your dilemma. I almost literally see this as like hacking through the forest, using a chainsaw, cutting down trees if something is blocking your path. The thing is, I'm getting to, as I see this path and I'm envisioning it, there are some other things that you're not going to be able to get through. Some of these tools won't get you through a boulder that's there. And so you may have to go around. So it may not work exactly like you planned. The outcome might even be a little bit different, but I feel the solution is still going to resonate with an equivalent kind of happiness. Yeah, the energy is pointing you toward a rest from thoughts and concerns that are weighing heavily on your mind. And once you take this step, or first steps, the outcome or shifting of paths is going to be quite swift. This is fast communication right here. Rapidness. Again, fire and air are pretty frenetic energy. We can see that here. So there's a lot of action here. This is quick. I feel like this is something that might be over in some instances quickly. In others, for bigger life things, it may be a little bit of a longer scope, a larger path. Help is on the way when you start to make this move here. And we can see that with this Page of Wands peeking through the brush. We're looking this way, we're looking back toward the Queen. They're on the same wavelength as you. Notice the hair color, the fur color, it's the same. So this is them noticing what you just did here. You got their attention. Yeah, your sword strike to the authority or whatever choice it is that you're making is getting their attention. And I'm hearing the phrase, the shot turned around the world, or the squeaky wheel gets the grease. So that might be something that means something to you. But your actions are outside of the box. They're outside of the norm, and that's pulling this person in or attracting that help in a unique or different solution. A new way to bloom and grow that you had not seen as an option before. I mean, it even looks misty around them, foggy almost. So this is not something you would have seen happening perhaps, or you were so focused on one path that you didn't see this other one opening up in front of you, and here they come. I do feel at the end of this you will find you are able to rest, recuperate, and lay down some of your emotional concerns and your burdens, and you are letting this other person, there's almost a protective quality here when we go this way. And I don't feel, this isn't heavy to me at all, this is regenerative. Someone else is doing the heavy lifting. Maybe a partner, but I really do think, because we have these flower blooms here, this is fresh, this is someone new that you have not worked with before, have not seen before, may not know as well. Yeah, someone outside of the situation a bit, but still maybe in the realm of expertise for what you need. Your guides want you to know it is okay to allow others in to help. Keep asking. Seek new solutions with new people, new avenues that you have not approached before. You are ambitious, you're tenacious, let your judgment be your guide. Again, I see that sword almost as like a divine channel that they're holding. But lean in where and when you can. The outcome of stepping out of the situation really is within reach. And again, your ultimate goal may be to take a slightly different path. And you might even be, it may not resonate with you right away. You may not love it right off the bat, but I think things will be okay. You may be veering down another avenue, but there can be relief here when you are venturing out and taking those new steps. So I do believe help is on the way for you. I do think that you're going to wind up being able to lay down some of these concerns. This is not going to be so much of an issue anymore. It's up to you how you approach things, but get creative and think of some other solutions. Do something, or you will be doing something that's going to attract that extra help. So that is what you're manifesting, that extra help. So group 2, I'm really curious to know what your situation is, what you're working through. If you're able to post about it, please do so in the comment box below. If this reading resonated with you, please like and subscribe to my channel for future pick a card readings. I am looking forward to working with you again soon. Bye, group 2. Hi, group 3. If you picked the Hematoid Quartz, isn't that beautiful? This is your pile and your reading. Okay, let's take a look at your cards. So, kick things off, we have the Tower, clarified by the Hierophant. So we have some pretty big energy to kick things off right away. Those are both major Arcana cards. We also have the Ace of Cups. And to clarify the Ace of Cups, we've got the Nine of Swords. The Knight of Cups. Got good water energy happening here. Clarified by, Temperance. So this is the third major Arcana card. Group 3, you've got some pretty significant energy going on here. This is major Arcana with the Tower, the Hierophant, and Temperance. That's half of your reading. So let's get into this a little bit. We've got the Hierophant here, who is associated with the fixed sign of Taurus, an earth sign here. We have the Ace of Cups, which is water, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. The Nine of Swords, air, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, and Temperance is associated with Sagittarius, which is a fire sign. And again, the Knight of Cups also Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. So if that resonates with you, then there's a little bit of that extra information for me. We're kind of all over the board. We've got air, some fire, some earth, and water. The first thing that I'm drawn to in this, with the Tower, is this time the fire is what was getting me. And I was just hearing burned out, burned out, burned out. This feeling of burnout could be past energy, but I would say it goes no later than the last 2 to 3 years. And it can be much more recent than that. So you may have experienced or are currently experiencing a major shift or an unexpected upheaval that has left you literally free falling. You may be stressed, you may be burned out, you may be out of alignment with where you once stood. This could be related to your home life, your physical home. I'm getting that as I'm being pulled towards the image of the Tower being pulled down. So it may have actually been something physically that's keeping you out of your home, or there's been some damage of some kind. There may have been a change in your family system, your health, the health of a loved one, healthcare in general, your career, your role in society, or a variety of situations where things that once felt stable no longer are. Things that once seemed guaranteed or fixed aren't. This is the feeling of the rug being yanked out from under you. This also feels like something much bigger than even looking at it just a family unit, for example. This also feels like the energy of society, something bigger. Possibly even looking at, for example, the last few years in the pandemic, looking at the way America is dealing with systemic racism or not dealing with it. You may be having a crisis of faith right now. So what once felt stable and secure no longer suits you at this particular juncture or moment. Things are changing for you. So you may be rethinking where to place your faith and your trust. You may be searching for help within your religious institution, through legal representation, trusted family members, a support group, a club, organization, seeing a therapist. They're a bit of an authority figure to help you through this. This may work for some folks in processing what's going on, and it may be just a first step for other people. What I'm really being drawn to is how the tower here mimics the pillars down below in the Hierophant. It almost looks like this third pillar should be where the Hierophant is sitting. And it has been knocked down, torn down, dismantled, destroyed. This energy feels huge to me. Things that you once had supreme faith in are being revealed to you in a new light, a flash of lightning insight. You may be examining your own role in something. Maybe something you didn't realize, and that is leaving you a bit unsettled. You might be asking yourself, how can I do better? How can I be better? And if it's not about your role, then you might be looking up to others and questioning them. This is about building a new foundation from the bottom up, or a new system, one that works, and you're doing this with other like-minded individuals. So group 3, that is what you're manifesting. A new viewpoint, a new role, a group that is an agent for change. So the Ace of Cups here, let's take a look at that. There's this is an offering, and it's an energy of newness. It's a balm for the soul. It's the start of an emotional change and awakening. Okay, I'm being drawn to the jewels around the edge of the cup right here as just being little drops, little bits, little tiny pieces and fragments of something that's bigger. And so each choice you make going forward, each microtransaction, each thing that you do is a drop in this cup. With enough time, the cup fills up. And to you, there may be some times where you are still having sleepless nights over what has happened, processing your emotions, worries, concerns, and fears. Am I doing enough? Am I not doing enough? This doesn't feel like it's enough. It's just one cup. What can I do? What else can be done to make things better? You may feel powerless about what's going on within you. And so you may be ruminating or stewing over this change. You will come to terms with what's happening around you, but as you settle into acceptance, the energy in you will shift into something manageable. So you will be able to help construct something that is new, build something that's new. And you set your vision on the future. We can see her doing that, looking forward. All of these drops here in our Ace of Cups will start to fill up that cup. And if this is a collective thing, if there are more than one, there's more than one person in this group or that's part of this change, you'll have enough cups to completely create a new ocean of change. So this is teamwork and help here. This is you leaning in and getting help where you need it. Many hands make light work. The little things you're doing do count, and it helps. And we need to do those little things every day, whatever they are, whatever this change is that you're going through. So pile 3, you're manifesting a new clarity, a new balance that we see here in this Temperance card. A period of healing. It's a calm as you help usher in change that's positive. Not only for yourself, but then also for the others around you. This is very big energy to me. I'm just drawn to all the different animals here. We've got predator, we've got prey. And we're just balancing right now. So this again can be the energies of something that is on a much larger scale for some of you. This is not going to apply to everybody. Again, because we have these 3 major Arcana cards, and that's half the pile. So this can mean change is for the greater good, a group larger than just individuals or ourselves here. You may be in the public eye or spreading awareness, a call to action through social media, through some group or organization. And even if that's not your situation, because that is not going to be for everybody, this pile still speaks to large life changes that you've been navigating. And while the old ways of being have been dismantled or permanently changed, you will find a new calm and a new centeredness with time. And this may create new and solid friendships that stand the test of time. So tower moments are never easy, but there's always going to be growth in this change. You will be a new person on the other side. So don't be shy about leaning into these new friendships, the support, your fellow humankind as you navigate these new waters together. So group 3, I'm really curious to know what your situation is, what you're working through. If you're able to post about it, please do so in the comment box below. If this reading resonated with you, please like and subscribe to my channel for future pick a card readings. I'm looking forward to working with you again soon. Bye, group 3. Hi, pile 4. If you picked the raw rose quartz, then this is your reading. Let's take a look at your cards. So first up, we have the World. That is the final card in the major Arcana, the Fool's Journey. It's a positive way to start. Okay, next, clarifying the World, we have the 3 of Pentacles. Followed by the Knight of Cups. Where the lighting has changed a lot since I filmed the intro here. And then we have the 8 of Swords, clarifying that Knight of Cups. I'm going to bring this down here. Okay, and then we have the Queen of Wands. And clarifying the Queen of Wands is the 8 of Pentacles. Okay. So, group 4, first of all, if you're into the astrological signs or the signs of the zodiac here, just with the World card alone, we could feasibly say that we're covering every sign. So, earth, fire, air, and water. So this could apply to anybody. So pile 4, I'm getting, this is a very specific message. This is about manifesting self-love, creating self-love. If we start with you here, most of my readings have started this way, where we're going from left to right. We read left to right, and many of the first position cards here had a figure that was gazing this way or looking this way out of the speaker. We've got somebody looking over here to the left, almost to the past, outside of themselves. And so pile 4, group 4, you may not see what is right in front of you. You literally have the world at your fingertips here. I see this as you looking in a mirror. This even looks like it could be, some large oval shaped mirror. And you're not noticing the divine being that you are. And instead, you are looking to others. You are looking to outside relationships, either for authority, for a sense of security, for validation. And you're looking to these resources to fill up your coffer, your cup, to fill up yourself. And your guides want you to make space for you through self-love, through that path of self-love. So instead of waiting for a knight in shining armor to sweep you off your feet, this is what the Knight of Cups can sometimes indicate, or waiting for a job promotion that promises being seen and the external validation that goes with that, or any other way of letting others have control or power over you via you waiting for them, waiting for the likes, waiting for the comments on social media. They want you to stop that waiting, and they want you to step into your own queendom here. So in order to manifest this path to self-love, or true self-love itself, you need to take your blindfold off. And traditionally in the Rider-Waite deck, we would see a woman blindfolded here with all of these swords around her, these thoughts, these ideas, these concerns and burdens and worries. And in this case, we can see that the dragon has their eyes closed. So in order to do this, you're going to need to have to open your eyes. You're going to have to take that blindfold off, which can be pretty scary. You may feel trapped, or that you have a role to play. Something that others have either ingrained into you or something you felt you had to step into. These could be expectations from other people that are weighing on you. It could be society. It can be familial. These can be hurdles that you're creating for yourself, blockages that you're creating for yourself, and they're sharp. They're cutting. And yeah, I think the person who's getting cut is you in this instance. We think of swords as we've got like the double edge to the blade here. So even if like we're having those moments where we're being comparative with others and maybe we're being a little judgmental, which we've all been there, when you make those remarks and when you're cutting, I mean, you're really truly hurting yourself. You're cutting yourself in the process. We cut others down to make ourselves feel better. But that really, in the end, is only further kind of corralling you in and reeling you in and putting you more in this energy of needing other people and needing that validation. So, pile 4, stepping into that role of knowing and appreciating your own value is going to take focus. It's going to take determination. I'm sorry about that bump there. Look at the eyes there on the lion. It's going to take work, and your guides are urging you to make this calling a part of your passion right now. That's the word that was used, was passion. And that makes sense as we have the Queen of Wands here. That's definitely a passionate, fiery energy. And so again, the path to this, though, it is going to be very, very different for every single person. So you want to explore resources that feel right to you. You are the expert on you, right? You just want to ensure that as you're doing this, that the blindfold's off, right? That's so you can truly discover what lurks beneath the surface, what actually needs healing here. So don't let those outside pressures buffet you like a balloon on a windy day. You want to wear your crown. You want to step into your sovereignty. And the more dedication and passion that you put forth into this, the more likely you will manifest a true and a clean vision of your worth that's not rooted in outside egoic influences, but it's rooted in your heart, and it's clearly reflected out for everybody to see. And we have to remember too that as we're embarking on this journey, that you're manifesting the self-love. There's lots of ways again that you can go about this. We need to remember too that self-improvement is not the same thing as self-love. Self-improvement can help us get there, but sometimes we are still stuck in this energy of outside influence, and we're almost used to this amount of burden and this thing, and we stay busy. And so you might be picking up books, you might be listening to podcasts, you're pulling in all these outside resources, instead of looking to see what's going on underneath everything. Still waters run deep. We're sloshing out of the cup finally. We're stirring things up a little bit. We need to feel those feelings, even if it feels a little vicious, a little scary, a little hard sometimes. I think the most important thing here too is, and then I will always say this, as a reader, that, I don't believe in spiritual bypassing or just saying that everything's fine when it's not. I feel we have to address emotions. And so don't get so busy in this self-improvement that we neglect what the true meaning of this is, which is wanting to get to that self-love. I always recommend seeing a counselor or therapist if that is something that is available to you and feasible. That's somebody that can truly help you, work on things. They are trained professionals, and can help you kind of look at your reflection and look at things in a way that is tailored just for your particular needs. So if that's something that's an option and you've been thinking about it, this might be a sign from the universe to go explore that a little bit. But I really think this whole path, is started with you. I think this is supposed to be a wreath, but I kind of see it as like snake scales. Maybe it is meant to be. But you think of the Ouroboros biting its own tail. Your journey starts with you, the snake biting its own tail. We start here at the head. This is the world card. It's the beginning. We work through our journey and we come back to the end. So now we're clearly looking at that reflection and looking at ourselves. This starts with you and it ends with you. Now, something that came through that was a little different, and I don't always look at the end cards or what's at the back of the deck, but for this one, I was, again, kind of feeling like I needed to do that. So I'm going to show you some of the things that popped up here, because I do think this is not just about, journey to a relationship or that. I do believe that this is about self-love. And those ideas just kept popping up. So if you need a little more information here's the back of the Arcana deck that I like to use, and this is the Lovers card. Now in this instance, I don't see this as lovers in the sense that we're, again, meeting somebody else or finding somebody else. This is about you finding your own self-love. Got like sunshine coming down here. This is you embracing yourself. And one of the beautiful opportunities I have as an energy reader is I have been gifted, through work. It is an ability, but through work and development, to be able to see into other people's energy and then also see from their guide's point of view. And if I have a client that's struggling with self-worth issues, self-love, I am made to feel what that guide feels, and it is the most incredible feeling of love that I've experienced. It is like the love that a parent feels for a child, and this is the same love you need to extend to yourself. You are so valued and so loved, and you are on the path to manifesting that. So for those of you that needed to hear that little extra, I think that's there too. On the back of the Ostara Tarot, we have the Three of Swords. And so again, I'm just looking at this too. This did pop up under our pentacles and the owl right there. You could be doing, again, this is kind of a nod back to like doing that self-worth, but or the self-work, the self-improvement piece. But if we're not really digging in to see, you know, what's underneath everything, like we may not get to the root of everything, of what's happening, because sometimes things run deep. And this is also a nod to me that they're outside and external factors still for some people, and we need to heal that. We need to stop looking at externally for that validation and get to the root of everything. And this to me spoke of this. I mean, typically this is the Tower card, and when it's upright, we're talking about a sudden upheaval, you know, change, something that rocks your world a little bit. And this isn't how everybody always reads it, but in this instance, to me, this feels like something that's deeply rooted and has been with you for a while. And it's been smoldering, like a slow burning fire. And so you may have been aware that you don't have this, and maybe you aren't. And it's just starting to poke through a little bit, but this is a need, I feel, to address that the self-love piece. And even here with this, we've got the Ten of Cups, which is, you know, again, one of the best cards that you can get in the deck, just this happy life, happy family. And again, it does kind of mirror what's happening over here with the Lovers, but I see this again as more you finding a happy ending as you are working through what you need to work through in order to get to that piece of self-love. And in our Rider-Waite, we had the Nine of Swords here, which, you know, thoughts keeping you up at night, ruminating on things. You know, and look at this, we had the Three of Cups in reverse, which we might think of as like a celebration, getting together, camaraderie, friendship. And I almost see this as, again, that energy of comparison. When we're first looking at the world, we've got her looking over this way a little bit. And, you know, what thoughts are keeping you up at night? You know, why didn't they like my post? Why didn't I get enough likes? Why am I not being invited out? Do people like me? Did I say the wrong thing? There's so many different things that people worry about, and they're legitimate feelings. But we want to flip this over. We want to be able to have fun and not compare ourselves so much with others or worry about what others think, and get to that piece of self-love and self-worth. So again, group 4, that was a very specific message. I'd be curious, and I'm interested in your thoughts, any resources that you are exploring on your path to self-love. What have you come across? If it's something that you're kind of working with already. And so if you're comfortable posting that and sort of being a light for other people, please do so, but there's no pressure to do that at all. Go ahead and post that in the comments section. And if this reading resonated with you, please like and subscribe to my channel for future pick a card readings. I am looking forward to working with you again soon, group 4. Bye.